The egg's shell begins to crack. A stalk emerges from the egg. It grows rapidly. Then, a bell-shaped or egg-shaped cap forms at the top of the stalk. Mushrooms play a very important role in our lives. Some are important sources of food for us, while others pose a potential danger. According to statistics, there are approximately 14,000 species of mushrooms in the world. Among them, some have very unusual appearances, and some are brightly colored, and some have incredibly magical functions. Little mushrooms that bleed when you lightly cut them. To bird's nest fungi that look exactly like bird nests, and then to luminous mushrooms that emit blue-green light at night. In this episode, Mingxin will introduce 20 magical mushrooms to everyone, and these mushrooms, you may be seeing for the first time. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and hit that subscribe button, so you can be the first to see more amazing content. Alright, let's begin our story now. Number 20. New Zealand Blue Mushroom. Laccaria amethystina. Its scientific name is Laccaria amethystina. It is also known as the New Zealand blue mushroom. This is a very special fungus, known for its vibrant blue color. The mushroom generally grows to a height of 4 to 10 centimeters. The cap's diameter ranges from 1 to 4 centimeters. The entire mushroom displays a bright blue color. Sometimes it has a hint of purple. It mainly grows in the damp forests of New Zealand. It particularly likes to grow on decaying wood and leaf litter. It generally appears in autumn and winter. The mushroom's blue color comes from a chemical called azulene. This substance is rarely found in other organisms. And this mushroom also has a certain symbolic meaning in New Zealand culture. It represents New Zealand's natural heritage. It's also featured on the back of New Zealand's $50 bill, along with other plants and animals unique to New Zealand, showcasing the country's unique side to the world. Although the New Zealand blue mushroom looks beautiful, scientists haven't fully researched its toxicity, so, for safety's sake, don't eat it. Number 19. Death Cap. This is a very poisonous mushroom. It has a red cap with white spots. However, there is also a yellow variety of this mushroom, the yellow fly agaric. Apart from the cap color being different, there's basically no difference. Their diameter is around 8 to 20 centimeters. Although these mushrooms are beautiful in appearance, they are actually poisonous. They contain toxins such as muscimol and ibotenic acid. These compounds can cause a range of neurological symptoms, such as hallucinations, dizziness, nausea, and vomiting, sweating and sensory changes. Hallucinations may occur after ingestion, headache and nausea, sweating and salivation, as well as muscle tremors and spasms. This mushroom has religious and historical significance in some cultures, particularly among indigenous peoples in Siberia and Northern Europe. It is frequently used for ritual and religious purposes. Amanita muscaria reproduces via spores. Spores are produced in the gills under the mushroom cap, and released. These spores are very tiny. Wind is the main way they spread. Sometimes they are also spread by animals or water currents. When spores land in a suitable environment, they will germinate, growing into a mycelium. Mycelium is a finely woven, thread-like structure. It's the vegetative part of the mushroom. Under suitable conditions, the mycelium will aggregate to form new mushroom bodies, completing the life cycle. Amanita muscaria is widely found in the temperate and frigid zones of the northern hemisphere, especially in pine forests and woodlands. Also, the super mushroom item in Nintendo's Mario Bros. Games was likely inspired by the fly agaric mushroom. Number 18. Red star mushroom. Also known as the red star fungus. It's a very special mushroom. Native to Australia and New Zealand, but it has also been found in Hawaii and South Africa. The scarlet star fungus begins as a very inconspicuous egg-shaped object. This object is usually buried in soil or decaying organic matter. It looks like a small white or gray ball. When environmental conditions are suitable, the egg-shaped body will rupture, and the main body of the scarlet star fungus begins to grow outwards, growing along, hollow. Then a red, star-shaped cap forms at the top, a star-shaped cap. It spreads out like tentacles. It looks a bit like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. The brown part in the middle is sticky. It emits a strong stench. This smell attracts many flies. Then, these flies help the Astreus hygrometricus disperse its spores to other places. The Astreus hygrometricus prefers damp and shady places. It usually grows on decaying wood, fallen leaves, or soil rich in organic matter. It is commonly seen in autumn and winter. It is a saprophytic fungus. It survives by decomposing dead organic matter, while decomposing dead branches, leaves, and other organic substances. It helps to transform these substances into nutrients in the soil. It has an extremely important role in the ecosystem. Number 17. Bird's nest fungus. Cyathus striatus. Also known as bird's nest fungus. It is a very interesting small fungus. Its name comes from its appearance. Like a miniature bird's nest. Initially, this fungus looks like a small, unopened cup. As time goes by, the top of the cup breaks open, revealing small spheres inside. These spheres resemble bird eggs. Hence the name bird's nest fungus. When raindrops or other environmental factors hit these little spheres inside, the bird's nest eventually becomes empty. The little spheres inside will pop out and scatter around. This spreads the spores, and reproduces new fungal bodies. The diameter of the bird's nest fungus is about 1 to 2 centimeters. Its height is about the same. The diameter of the little spheres inside is about 1 to 2 millimeters. Although this fungus looks interesting, bird's nest fungi are not edible. They are generally just appreciated as part of the natural landscape. Bird's nest fungi grow on decaying wood, branches, and plant debris. You can find them in piles of decaying wood on the forest floor, or in moist plant debris. They prefer damp environments. Therefore, it's easier to find them after rain or during humid seasons. Number 16. The scarlet elf cup. Lacaria hematocephala. It is also known as the scarlet elf cup. It's a very interesting little mushroom. Its most distinctive feature is that it exudes bright red latex. This mushroom is generally 5 to 10 centimeters tall. The cap's diameter is about 1 to 3 centimeters. The cap initially appears bell-shaped. Then it gradually flattens out. A notable characteristic of the scarlet elf cup is that when its cap or stem is damaged, it will exude red sap. This is due to the red pigment contained in its internal cells. When the fungus is injured, these cells are being destroyed. A red liquid seeps out, creating a blood-like effect. This red latex is believed to have a protective function. Its vibrant color warns herbivores, reducing their risk of being eaten. Also, small, white, spiky structures sometimes appear on the cap. These are called trichomes or hair-like projections. They are tiny, hair-like structures made of hyphae. They help the mushroom reduce water loss and prevent the cap from drying out. They may also play a protective role, deterring small herbivores and insects from feeding on it. This mushroom is mainly distributed in North America, Europe, and temperate regions of Asia. They usually grow on decaying trees or dead wood. However, their colors are vibrant, and they look quite special. But they are not suitable for consumption. This is mainly because of their unpleasant texture and taste. And they may also contain some unknown toxins. Therefore, when you encounter this kind of mushroom in the wild, it's best to just admire them and not pick them to eat. Number 15. Purple deceiver. Lacaria amethystina. This is a very beautiful little mushroom, named for its purple appearance. It is mainly distributed in North America, and the forests of Europe and Asia, especially in autumn. This mushroom's cap diameter is 2 to 6 centimeters. Its height is 4 to 10 centimeters. The stem and the flesh inside are purple. The mushroom's color changes over time. When it first grows, the color is very vibrant. Over time, or in dry environments, it fades to a lighter color, even fading to brown. This leads to people sometimes having difficulty identifying it. Therefore, it's also known as the purple deceiver. The purple mushroom is edible, but because its flesh is very thin, and its color varies greatly, many people aren't very interested in it. This mushroom effectively helps decompose fallen leaves and other organic matter in the forest. It plays a crucial role in protecting the forest, so there are also forest cleaners. The purple mushroom reproduces and spreads through spores. Spores form in the gills of the mushroom. When the mushroom matures, these spores are released into the air. Then they are carried by the wind to other places. If they land in a suitable environment, they will begin to grow, forming new mushrooms. 14th place. Bleeding fungus. Li Ding Tooth Fun Gu. This appears to be a phonetic transcription and doesn't translate directly, because a red liquid seeps from its cap, making it look like it's bleeding. So it has a very descriptive name. The bleeding fungus. This species generally has a diameter of 5 to 12 centimeters. The height is between 2 to 6 centimeters. When the bleeding tooth fungus first emerges, the cap is white or pinkish. Its surface is uneven. About a week later, the cap will turn brown. Afterwards, many blood-like liquids will seep out densely on the cap. It looks very unusual. Although its appearance is somewhat terrifying, this fungus is actually non-toxic. Theoretically, it's edible, but it tastes extremely bitter, so very few people try it. The bleeding tooth fungus mainly grows in coniferous forests, especially pine forests. It forms a symbiotic relationship with the roots of pine trees. People help each other. This fungus is mainly distributed in North America, Europe. Recently, it has also been found in Iran and South Korea. Also, given that this fungus can produce a red pigment, many people are researching whether it can be used to dye fabrics. If so, do you dare to buy this kind of cloth? 13th place. Green wet umbrella mushroom. The green wet umbrella mushroom is a small and colorful mushroom, named for its vibrant colors and unique shape. The top resembles a small umbrella. Its diameter is between 1 and 2.5 centimeters. This mushroom comes in a wide variety of colors. It can be green, yellow, orange, or even red. Sometimes, a hat will have a mixture of many colors. It looks like you're wearing a rainbow hat. The mushroom stem is generally 2 to 5 centimeters tall, 1 to 2 millimeters in diameter. They are mostly green or yellow. Sometimes they can also be orange. The chlorophyllum molybdites has a very high water content. It looks juicy and fresh, plus its vibrant color. So in the wild, it's a favorite subject for many mushroom enthusiasts and photographers. Although it looks appealing, it's not suitable for consumption. Its toxin level is low, so it won't be fatal. But if ingested by mistake, it might cause discomfort. Chlorophyllum molybdites is a mushroom that prefers to grow in damp grasslands and areas rich in moss, especially in acidic soil. They are usually seen in autumn. Number 12. Devil's cigar. This line appears to be a transcription error and is unintelligible. Also known as Texas star or devil's cigar, is a very rare and unique fungus. This fungus is divided into rain-type bears. First, when it first begins to grow, it is a brownish-black object, about 3 to 8 centimeters in length. This is also why it's called the devil's cigar. As the fungus matures, this cigar will slowly split open. It unfolds into a star-shaped structure. Then it will gradually split into 4 to 7 pieces. It looks like a star. When the splitting is complete, it will expel all the internal spores. During this process, a very rare hissing sound will appear, accompanied by a fog-like effect. Devil's cigar grows in damp, dark environments, and the distribution of this fungus is very limited. According to current research, it only grows under specific latitude and climatic conditions. Specifically, this fungus is mainly found in Texas, USA, and Yakushima Island, Japan. The climate and environmental conditions of Yakushima seem to be key factors for the growth of this fungus. It hasn't appeared anywhere else. Number 11. Scarlet cup. The scarlet cup is a fungus that looks incredibly beautiful. They generally appear in spring and early summer. They like to grow on decaying branches and damp wood in deciduous forests. This fungus is very vibrantly colored. Its shape resembles a small dish or cup. The diameter is generally 2 to 5 centimeters. There is white or pale yellow fuzz on the outer surface of the cup. The fungus is generally about 2 to 5 centimeters tall. It feels somewhat hard. Unlike some soft mushrooms, scarlet cups like to grow in damp places, especially on decaying branches and wood. They are mainly distributed in deciduous forests in the northern hemisphere. For example, North America, parts of Europe and Asia. Though this fungus looks beautiful, it's generally not considered edible, because the texture is quite hard, And the taste isn't very good either. However, they aren't particularly toxic, so don't worry too much if you encounter it. Number 10. Verdigris agaric. Tropharia aeruginosa. It is also known as the verdigris agaric. This is a very attractive mushroom. It is bluish-green or greenish-blue in color. Sometimes its surface is covered with a sticky substance. This mushroom initially grows in a semicircular shape. As it continues to grow, it becomes increasingly flat. Its diameter is approximately 3 to 10 centimeters. Its color is the same as the cap. Both are bluish-green or blue-green. Underneath the mushroom, there are rows of structures like blades. These structures are called. At first, it's white. As the mushroom grows, it gradually turns grayish-purple. Finally, it becomes dark purplish-brown. Although this mushroom looks beautiful, it's actually poisonous. If ingested by mistake, it may cause nausea, vomiting, or stomach aches. The copper-green gallerina mushroom likes to grow in damp places, especially in the forest. They generally appear in summer and autumn. This type of mushroom is mainly distributed in the temperate and subarctic regions of the northern hemisphere, such as North America, Europe and Asia's forests. Number 9. Devil's fingers. Clathrus arcari. Also known as the devil's fingers or octopus stinkhorn. It's a very peculiar fungus. Its appearance and growth process are very different from the fungi we usually see. At first, it looks like a small white or brown egg, buried underground. It looks unremarkable. As time goes by, this strange egg will slowly crack, revealing 4 to 8 red, tentacle-like things. They unfurl with the tide, growing larger and larger. Their shape resembles a red star, or perhaps an octopus tentacle. The tentacles are also covered with a lot of black, viscous substance. This substance is actually their spores. The devil's finger emits a very strong, rotting flesh odor. This smell is extremely unpleasant to humans, but it's very attractive to flies and other insects. These insects are drawn to it and remain there for a while. Their bodies become covered in large amounts of spores. Then they fly off erratically, thus aiding in propagation. EA by Stephen Thornton. This fungus is native to Australia and New Zealand, but in recent years, it has quietly spread around the world, including Europe and North America. It's commonly found in damp forest areas. It thrives on decaying wood, leaves, and other places rich in organic matter. Number 8. Lion's mane mushroom. Lion's mane mushroom. This is a type of mushroom that looks like a monkey's head or beard. This mushroom is edible, and it has certain health benefits. Lion's mane mushrooms are rich in nutrients, including protein, and vitamins, polysaccharides, and other substances, such as potassium and zinc. These components are beneficial for bodily repair, bone health, and energy metabolism. They are also beneficial for the heart and the immune system, especially polysaccharides. It can boost the immune system. Besides that, lion's mane mushroom is beneficial for brain health, improving memory and cognitive function. It is especially helpful for the elderly. Moreover, it has anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, slowing down aging. In addition, it can also promote digestive health. It has traditionally been used to treat upset stomachs and other digestive problems. Lion's mane mushrooms come in different types. They are wild and cultivated. Another type is wild. These wild lion's mane mushrooms generally grow in the forests of North America, Europe, and Asia. I like the ones that grow on fallen trees. Number 7. Earth star. Earth star, also known as the earth star mushroom. It's a very magical mushroom. Its appearance is very unique. When mature, it looks like a little star. Its name comes from this. In the beginning, the geostar is a small, spherical object. It looks like a miniature onion. When it matures, the outer layer cracks open. Then it unfolds like petals, revealing the spore sacs inside. When gently pressed, tiny spores will be released. Earth stars like to grow on the forest floor. especially in areas covered with fallen leaves. They also grow in grasslands and soil rich in humus. Humus means decaying plant and animal matter. The soil in these areas is usually very fertile. This mushroom generally appears in autumn and winter. During this time, the climate is humid, the temperature is moderate. It's very suitable for their growth. Earthstar's unique appearance makes them very easy to identify in the mushroom family. Although they look interesting, they generally have no edible value. Some types of earthstars may even be poisonous, so it's not recommended to eat them. 6th place. The joy mushroom. The joy mushroom is a very unique and beautiful mushroom. It gets its name from its resemblance to a pheasant's feathers. The mushroom's cap is like a small bell. Its main color is dark brown or black. It is covered with small white scales. The cap of the joy mushroom generally ranges from 5 to 10 centimeters in diameter. As the mushroom matures, its cap will gradually unfold. The mushroom's stem is white, approximately 10 to 20 centimeters long. The mushroom is mainly distributed in European forests, and can also be found in some parts of North America. They prefer warm and humid environments. Therefore they are more common in these areas in autumn. They generally grow on decaying wood. They can also be found in soil rich in organic matter. For example, in leaf litter on the forest floor. Pleurotus ostreatus is a saprophytic fungus. It obtains nutrients by decomposing dead plants and wood. This plays an important role in the ecosystem. It helps decompose organic matter, returning nutrients to the soil. That mushroom looks beautiful, but it might be poisonous, so I don't recommend eating it. Number 5. The red dragon mushroom. The red dragon mushroom is a very unique mushroom. It's known for its vibrant red color and unique shape. This species looks like a little red dragon. The network structure is very eye-catching. However, it actually has several states. Initially, it is a white, egg-shaped sac about 3 to 5 centimeters in diameter. As time goes on, the eggshell matures and gradually breaks. A red network structure slowly unfolds. Generally, its diameter can reach 10 to 20 centimeters, forming a shape similar to a dragon's head. The red dragon head mushroom prefers damp and warm environments. They usually grow on decaying wood, in soil rich in fallen leaves and organic matter. This mushroom is found in forests. They're relatively common in gardens and duchies, especially during humid seasons. They emit a very strong and unpleasant odor, something like the smell of decaying flesh. This smell attracts flies and other insects to linger on them. They carry the spores of the fungus away, thus aiding in its spread and propagation. In some places, this fungus is considered poisonous, but in other places, they are considered edible. However, considering their rotten smell, no one would want to try them. Number 4. The scarlet waxy cap. Hygrocybe coccinea. Also known as the scarlet waxy cap. It's a very small mushroom, known for its vibrant color. The mushroom's cap is red, like a small umbrella. Its shape varies from a round hemisphere to a bell shape. It usually has a diameter between 2 and 5 centimeters. Underneath the cap are rows of gills. These gills are usually orange or yellow. The stem of the little mushroom is also red. Its diameter is approximately 0.3 to 0.8 centimeters. Its height is 3 to 7 centimeters. The scarlet elf cup mushroom prefers damp places. It's usually found in moist grasslands, lawns, or forests. This mushroom mainly appears in autumn and early winter. It is especially easy to see when the weather is relatively humid. It is mainly distributed in the temperate regions of the northern hemisphere. For example, North America, Europe, and parts of Asia. The most striking feature of this mushroom is its vibrant color, making it very easy to recognize. They are generally quite small, unlike some of the larger mushrooms. But because of its color, it's still very easy to spot. Though it looks beautiful, it's not suitable for consumption, mainly because it tastes bad, and some people might be allergic to it. Wine. Shui. 3rd place. Dead man's fingers. If you see something in the forest that looks like dead man's fingers, don't panic. There's no murder here. No suspicious body parts either. It's most likely a strange type of fungus, called Xylaria polymorpha. It mainly grows on the roots of decaying trees, because they look especially like dead man's fingers. They're also known as dead man's fingers, but they aren't actually fingers, just a little joke from nature. Of course, this kind of fungus is inedible. Okay, roar. I guess no one would want to eat something with that name either. Ha ha ha. Second place, long skirt bamboo mushroom. This line appears to be a phonetic transcription and needs further context for accurate translation. Its Chinese name is long skirt bamboo mushroom. It's a very special kind of mushroom. Its most distinctive feature is its net-like structure. It looks very much like a skirt. Therefore, it is named the long skirt bamboo mushroom. This mushroom can be white or yellow. This mainly depends on heredity, environment, developmental stage, and chemical composition, etc. The long skirt bamboo mushroom generally ranges from 10 to 25 centimeters in length. Its growth process is quite unique. It begins as a small, egg-shaped body, looking like a small egg. As time goes on, the egg's shell begins to crack. A stalk emerges from the egg. It grows rapidly. Then, a bell-shaped or egg-shaped cap forms at the top of the stalk. Next, the fungal tissue at the top of the mushroom cap begins to differentiate, forming the initial, detached reticulate structure. As the stipe continues to grow, the reticulate structure on the top of the cap unfolds downwards, forming a net-like veil resembling a skirt. The entire process may be completed within hours. After fully unfolding, the mushroom cap will rupture, releasing a unique odor, to attract insects to spread the spores. Spores are released from the holes in the mushroom cap, completing the bamboo's reproductive process. The bamboo's network structure and stalk gradually decay after spore release, withering and shrinking, completing its entire life cycle. Bamboo shoots are not only beautiful in appearance, but also a popular ingredient in Asia. Especially in China and Japan, they are often used in high-end cuisine and traditional medicine. Number 1. Bioluminescent mushrooms. This phenomenon is very rare in nature, but it does exist. These mushrooms usually glow a pale green. It's especially noticeable at night. It feels like entering a fairy tale world. Their glow is caused by a chemical substance called luciferin, reacting with oxygen. Bioluminescent mushrooms mainly grow in tropical and temperate forests, especially in decaying wood and leaf litter. They prefer damp conditions, a dark environment, because this environment helps them grow and glow. These mushrooms belong to different genera and species, but they all share one common characteristic: bioluminescence. Some well-known bioluminescent mushrooms include Omphallotus nidiformis, Armillaria mellea, and Pinellus stypticus. Omphallotus nidiformis is found in Europe. They can be found in the forests of North America and Australia. Omphallotus nidiformis emits a faint green light at night. Armillaria mellea grows on trees in North America, Europe, and Asia. Not only does the jack-o'-lantern mushroom glow, but sometimes it can even illuminate the surrounding land. Pinellus stypticus is mainly found in Japan, Brazil, and Vietnam. Both the cap and stem of the mushroom glow, creating a mysterious green light. The biological significance of bioluminescent mushrooms may include attracting insects to help disperse spores, avoiding consumption by animals, and breaking down toxic substances through the chemical reactions in the glowing process. Scientists studying bioluminescent mushrooms can not only understand their light-producing mechanisms, but also contribute to applications in medicine and biotechnology. This research also helps advance medical and biotechnological applications. Due to their unique bioluminescent properties, bioluminescent mushrooms also have potential applications in art and decoration. For example, creating nightlight gardens or glowing ornaments. Furthermore, some researchers are exploring the use of bioluminescent mushrooms to detect pollutants in the environment. By observing changes in the mushroom's glow, they can assess the health of the environment. Bioluminescent mushrooms are a fascinating natural phenomenon. They aren't beautiful. They also have many potential applications. Whether it's scientific research, artistic creation, or environmental monitoring, bioluminescent mushrooms offer us many possibilities. Their existence reveals to us the wonder and mystery of nature. Okay, that's all we have to share with you this time. What are your thoughts on these 20 amazing mushrooms? Please leave your comments below.